Before you start any other editing, if you want to adjust volume, this is the first thing you should do, because often when you edit, you tend to break a given clip into multiple clips. Then you have to adjust volume for each of the clips. That is going to be very tedious. So the smaller the number of clips for you to adjust volume, the best it is. So I would highly recommend that you do this adjust volume before you do any other editing. So as soon as your videos are on the timeline, adjust volume and then start with other editing. So how does one adjust volume? These are the instructions. Like before, it is better explained through a demo. Let's see it. So here we have two clips and I need to do volume adjustment for both of the clips or only one clip. That depends upon the situation. I will show you how to do volume adjustments for both of the clips. So I'm going to select my first clip and I'm going to click on properties. So this is going to show me a whole bunch of stuff. Don't touch anything. Just go down. There is a volume here and it says volume is 1. Let's say when I recorded it, the volume was very feeble. So I want to give it a value of 5, which means I'm increasing the volume and I'm selecting 5. And if I move this blue slider now, as you can see, it has applied this 5 to the entirety of its clip. This clip, if I were to select properties, this clip still has volume 1. I didn't touch this. I only changed the volume of this particular first clip. So if you were to play the video now, so here it sounds louder. So that's the basic idea. Now I want to change the volume of the second clip as well, but maybe from I don't want it as loud as 5, but maybe 2 is good enough value for that. So this you actually have to play, listen and see what is the right volume and adjust the values accordingly. You can give 1, you can give 2, you can give 5 here and accordingly adjust the volume. Now for me to change the volume of this second clip, I need to be very careful. I need to do it from the beginning. So for me to select the beginning, I am going to use this next marker, which will take me to the starting of the clip. So this is another nice thing to know. So this kind of tracks where the clips are. So when you click on next marker, if I click previous marker, it doesn't do much, but if I do next marker, it takes me to the end of the clip. So let me go to the beginning of the second clip. So that is where I am here. Now again, I'm going to select properties and I'm going to select 2 here, not 5. And when I move it, as you can see, it is consistently applying it as 2. Now it is also possible that somewhere here, again the voice has become very feeble at this 12.30 and I want to boost up the volume from 2 to 5. So I can select that position. Go here and change it from 2 to 5. Here is one very important thing to keep in mind. As you saw, it is showing something linear here. You can also see some green dot here as well as a green dot here. These are indicating some positions where I have made some changes. Notice here I have set it to 2. Here I have set it to 5. Now if I have this linear curve here, what this is going to do, if you see, it is changing the volume. In other words, it is moving from 2 to 5. This is something you don't want because it will sound very odd. This is very important that you go to the exact position where you have made these changes. So this corresponds to 5. So that is where it is. And I'm going to click on this and I'm going to choose a constant. Okay, what constant does is it stays to this entire position. And after this position, it stays 5. So this is what you would like. So this 5, it will apply till the end of the clip. So this is how you can adjust the volume of your video recordings. Here, if you have made any mistakes, you can always use undo. One other thing you can also do if you want to reset everything to the beginning is to select the clip, go for this volume and say reset volume. Now when you do this reset volume, if you see the properties now, it has gone back to 1. So this is in case you made some mess up, you want to start again from a clean slate. Select whatever clip you want, do this volume and reset. That will take it back to your original recording volume. So this is how you adjust volumes during editing. By the way, if you want to close this properties window, you have a cross button here. If you click it, it will go away. So far we have seen how to increase the volume of a clip. Sometimes we may want to reduce the volume of a clip as well. For example, we may want to mute a clip. Earlier we had introduced a mobile recording into the tracks that was placed at track 2 and its voice interfered with the video on track 1, in which case you may want to mute it. So how to mute clips, let's see. So for me to mute this, I can follow the same procedure as before, where I select this clip. Again, ensure that the slider is at the very beginning of the clip if you want to mute the entire clip, because if you were to set it somewhere in the middle and change properties, it will mute from this point onwards. So we want it at the very beginning of the clip, and then select properties, go to volume, and this volume, if you set it to 0, it is going to mute. You can set it to lower level also. If you set it to 0.5, it will reduce the volume. And if I play this now, there is no sound. There is another easier way to mute. Instead of moving this clip to the beginning of the clip and doing, the easier way, let's mute this clip now. I'm selecting the clip, doing the right click, going to volume. We saw reset volume earlier, but now I'm going to go to entire clip, and I can also mute it by setting it to level 0%. This is also going to mute the clip. So let me play. Again, you do not hear any audio. Now here you may notice that for entire clip, it is also saying level 100%. So why didn't we use this to increase the volume? This level 100% actually corresponds to volume 1, which is already at the max. If you want to increase beyond that, this menu does not help. You have to put the blue slider at the beginning of the clip, select properties, volume, and 1 can be changed now to 5 or even 10. Now that we have arranged all our videos on the timeline, now we can start going through the video, that is play the video, and at appropriate positions we may also want to trim the videos, that is cut it. How to do this? Again, this is all for your reference. Let's see it in action. So our videos are ready on the timeline, and what we normally do after we put them is start playing, listening to what is happening. And as we listen, we may notice that at some point here, I have to cut my video because it shows something which I don't like. So I can use this blue slider to get to the exact position. Let's say the exact position is 10 seconds. So at this particular position, I have something which I need to cut out. Let's say starting from 10 seconds to 15 seconds, this clip between this has something in the video which I need to trim. So for that, there are two ways to do it. So let me start with the easier way. I just need to right click this blue slider and it says something called slice all, and I'm going to choose keep both slides, which means when I do this, it's going to chop. As you can see, it's now split into this. That is what it means to say keep both slides. If I had selected keep left side, which means the right side will completely be removed. Or if I say keep right side, the left side will be completely removed. Typically when you cut in the middle, you want to keep both sides. But if you're cutting at the very end, you may want to just keep the left side and remove the right side completely. So this point I have cut. Now I want to again cut here. So again I'm taking it to 15. Again I'm slicing. I'm saying keep both sides. Now I have cut the video like this. This portion is the undesirable portion. I can click on it and press delete. So it removed that portion. Naturally, there is a gap here. You need to bridge this gap. For that, you need to move this closer to the other video to combine them. In this case, I want to introduce you to this snapping enabled. You should always have snapping enabled so that two clips can snap. Otherwise, there is a tendency for the clips to overlap. In other words, you can overlap clips like this also, but that's not desirable. You need it to snap. And that snapping happens when this is enabled. Currently it is enabled, so it has snapped to the other one. So this is one way to cut and trim some portion within the video. Notice that whenever you use this slice all, it is going to slice across all the tracks. In other words, if you have something on track 2, that portion, whatever you are cutting, it will cut as part of track 2 also. That's something to keep in mind. There is another way to cut, that is using this razor tool. This is the scissors. So even here, let me again now go some other place. Let's say at this particular position 20, I want to cut. I'm going to choose the razor tool. This razor tool, unlike the previous Splicewall which cuts across all the tracks, this you can cut on a specific track. So I'm going to cut only on track 1. As you can see, when I move it onto the clip, it's showing this razor. I need to put it in this position and click. There, it cut there. If I want to cut at some other position, so the razor tool, the problem is it doesn't have, you have to, it's not clear where you're cutting exactly. Some roughly you want to cut, it is okay, but if you want more exact timing, you should use the blue slider and Splicewall to cut. But if roughly it doesn't matter, then you can use the razor tool. So here, let's say I want to cut here. I do that, it is going to cut. After you're done, click this so that the razor goes away. So I have now split my video into multiple chunks. And whatever chunk I don't want, let's say I don't want this chunk, I just need to select, delete it and move this with snapping enabled, it will snap. One other thing I wanted to show you here is if you want to cut something at the end of the clip, you can, let's say I don't want anything after 12 till wherever the clip ends. You can just select it and drag it till where you want. And that cuts that portion. This is also something that is useful. So while we are here, I should also mention that the purpose of this center the timeline on the playhead. So for example, I have moved something here and let's say I have did some slicing here. Now it is somewhere, the slider is somewhere here, but I want it centered. So for that, if I do this, it will center the slider. So now I can move further and observe what is happening. So this is how you trim videos.